Hi everyone, it's Beth here to explain my sentence scramble activity that I posted online. I apologize for the somewhat lengthy description, but I thought typing it out you could just print and go if you ever wanted to use it. I love this activity. I have used it in classrooms for 3rd grade all the way through 12th grade, and everyone has always really enjoyed it. And I found it to be highly adaptable as far as if you want to make little changes. I think it could easily work in any language. And so without further ado, here is my little visual explanation. You'll start with your sentences with the letters big enough that they're easy to separate, or the words, pardon me. And so you end up cutting this up. I usually type my responses on cardstock, but I didn't have cardstock, and I just wrote this one out for an example. So you'll cut it and it will turn into something like this, whole mix and match of words. The students in groups are expected to put the sentence in the correct order, put all the punctuation where it needs to go, all the words where they need to go, and so they'll keep going till they find the whole sentence, which again ends up being something like this, or of course whatever unit you're studying. Once they're finished, they record the sentence on a worksheet, in their journals, wherever, and then I found it to be very helpful to number the back of the individual cards. That way, if one gets lost, you can simply find the bag with the matching number and make sure that you always have all the parts to all of your sentences. The reason I used number 75 is just because I've always had students who've tried to match the number on the back of the card with the question, and obviously if I have sentence number 1, it doesn't mean it goes with question number 1, so I usually just make up random numbers so they can't do that. Anyways, those all go in the bag, and then I found it to be very helpful to keep all of your sentence bags from a particular activity in Ziploc baggies together. Super easy to store and pull out again for future use. So yeah, that's pretty much the activity. It's a lot of fun. Students have a great time, and I enjoy facilitating. I think this activity helps students to master a variety of skills, whether it's basic sentence structure in a language, where adjectives go before or after nouns, where the verb belongs, what you do with upside down question marks. It's been great to help them visually and kinetically interact with the language a little bit. It also lends itself very well to group work. They have to work together and ask each other for help before they ask me. And they typically find that as we've been reading, 4 minds or however many are better than 1, and they're usually able to solve it on their own, which I like to see. I also think that this activity lends itself really well to different extensions or projects, especially in light of all the technology we've been using in this online course. I think it would be great for digital storytelling if you just cut up all the sentences in a story and had the students first put them in the correct order in each sentence and then put the sentences in order. You could have them, illustrate and do a little YouTube video or a Prezi presentation or an Animoto video with pictures per sentence, just to get them working with the language a little bit further, and I think that would be great. Obviously it would work in any particular language specialty that you're using, and again, I've used it with children all the way down to 3rd grade. I found that if the kids aren't reading very well yet, they might struggle, but once you get into reading, especially the little ones, even if the sentences are simple, they just really love it. So I hope this was beneficial, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and take care. Thank you all so much. Bye.